Hey guys, I am Kila and today we will be taking a look at the game played by Comeback in Diamond 1 EU West, mainly focusing on awareness, the way he manipulates the wave, and his rotations. In this game, our protagonist is playing Cassiopeia versus Victor in the mid lane. For the keystone, our Cassiopeia opted into Conqueror. This is not an uncommon choice, however the usual go-to would be Phase Rush, which grants her the ability to stick onto targets as well as easier maneuverability during teamfights. On the other hand, Conqueror grants her AP and when fully stacked 8% healing on all hull damage sources. Basically, he traded mobility for more damage and sustain. It could be personal preference, but I would go with Phase Rush in most cases, including this one. As for Victor, he chose Electrocute. This grants him more burst damage and would probably be a good choice if he trusts his ability to dodge those pesky noxious blasts. But if I were him, I'd take Phase Rush to disengage when I'd get hit. We all know it will eventually happen, might as well be on the safe side and not die every time we take a wrong step. Cocky choice from our Victor, let's see if it's going to pay off. Victor outranges Cassiopeia with his Death Ray and can use it to poke, but Cassiopeia will heal up the damage when she kills poison minions with her Twin Fangs. In all lanes, Cassiopeia always wins as long as she hits her Noxious Blast, because casting Twin Fang on a target which is poisoned will make it deal bonus magic damage as well as heal for a percentage of Cassiopeia's AP. Paired with the fact that her E is on a very short cooldown, as long as she has mana, she's almost gonna be impossible to deal with, especially as an immobile mage. Victor can use his gravity field to stop all-in attempts from Cassio, but this will only work early game because during the mid game, if he gets hit, he will die before the field can stun her. That being said, after his first Hexcore upgrade is completed, he will be looking to avoid fighting and just clear the wave. His Aftershock augment will make sure that the Death Ray cleans the wave in one fell swoop. As we can see, the lane phase just started and Cassio already pinged. He saw Braum and Aphelios showing in the bot lane, so he pinged the enemy jungler starting position. Comeback knows Kha'Zix is a jungler that cannot do a healthy clear without a leash, so by doing that ping, he told his team that he started topside. During the first two waves, he's slowly pushing to get the lane priority and he uses this priority to ward the Pixel Brush in the bottom side. This will spot Kha'Zix when he wants to go for the Scuttler Crab and will enable Cassiopeia to collapse onto him and deny it. Lee Sin knows Ka started topside and he has mid and top priority, so he decides to go for an early invade knowing his laners will collapse first if he needs them. This ends up with him taking the enemy jungler's flash. After that, he wants to instantly follow up with another invade on his blue, so Cassio starts shoving in the wave to give her the agency to move there, making Victor choose between farming under tower and not being part of the fight, or collapsing onto the fight and losing the CS. Everybody joins the fight and it turns out great for Comeback, getting 2 kills and a blue buff on his way out. After the fight is over, he takes a quick look at the state of this lane and notices that the enemy wave is bigger, thus it will slow push towards him. The wave is in a good position, so he chooses to recall, spend his gold and teleport back into the lane to not miss any CS. This is a great start to the game. He got his lead, let's see if he can snowball the advantage. As we can see, Cassio is taking advantage of her lead by walking up and zoning Victor. As soon as he's trying to get in range to hit the creeps, Comeback hits a Q and starts to trade, which turns into a kill. After getting the kill, she shoves in the lane and uses the priority to leave a deep ward in enemy jungle. Kha'Zix walks in and almost dies, but Victor is there in time for the rescue. Cassio has to deal with the fact that the prey escaped, but still takes the big raptor on her way out for that sweet level 6. Lee Sin is invading, so although the wave is in the middle, Cassio instantly leaves to collapse. If she would push the wave first, she would be late, so she chooses to lose a couple of CS in order to be in the fight and gets an assist out of it, thanks to a very nice Ezreal basic attack on the blast cone. As he gets to lane after resetting, he instantly pushes the wave and places a ward in the enemy jungle. Since now he is so far ahead, his only job at the moment is to pay attention to the enemy jungler and avoid dying. This ward helps with the tracking. Sitting in lane won't do him much good at this point, so he will be pushing the wave and look to roam to expand his lead and help the others. The roam attempt on bot lane turned out to be a bust, but on the way back he will choose to sack a wave and steal the blue buff. Lee Sin continues the dive, and this will grant Cassio another assist on Braum. Fresh out of base, with the Archangel Staff purchased, is the perfect time to look for a fight. He does not know where Kha'Zix is, as he did not show on the map, but Lee Sin is in the top side river, so Cassiopeia is hovering that side of the lane while looking to trade with Victor. The gank comes, but Lee Sin was reading Cassiopeia's aggressive movement, so he's there right on time for the counter gank. With a reactive flash out of the Chaos Storm and a bit of luck, Comeback manages to live and pick up a kill and another assist. After the fight is over, he could shove the wave and reset, but he chooses to stay in lane because he's playing Cassiopeia and he's got full mana, so he can just heal back up from the creeps. Most other champions in his situation would want to push the wave in and recall. The first tower of the game is down and mid game is upon us. The enemy bot lane rotated towards mid, and with Yumi being nearby, Comeback fancies his chances. He did not know Kha'Zix was there, and Braum instantly flashes in when he sees the opportunity, but a good petrifying gaze from Cassio gets a 2-man stun, and Yumi's ultimate roots both Kha'Zix and Braum, turning the fight and netting Cassio another kill. After the fight, Comeback pushes the wave in, gets the tower and looks for a deep ward, while also taking the raptor camp on his way out. Efficiency is the word that best describes his gameplay. He's looking to maximize his farm output by taking every resource available. After some shenanigans in the jungle, the team rotates towards top and places the herald. Of course, our powerhouse midlaner is there to join the push and secures the free tower. While backing, he makes sure to spam ping the Drake, being the next objective he wants to go for. Communication is always an essential factor of team play. When the Drake is secured, Cassio rotates towards top because the lane was pushed in by Victor and Ezreal will be taking mid. This rotation ensures that the mid laner and bot lane do not share CS and experience in one lane. You should avoid grouping unless you want to force a fight. There's no reason to be mid if there's a perfectly fine wave of creeps dying to the tower in a side lane. Of course, since the blue buff is up, might as well take it on the way to top lane. After coming from base, Cassio is looking to shove the mid wave and rotate to secure vision around the Baron, but when she steps up too far, Braum takes advantage of the opportunity and instantly tries to engage onto her. Good reaction time from Comeback made him flash away from that ult, and after he was out, he tried to turn knowing that Lee Sin and Yumi would join from the topside river. Some burn flashes and a few skill shots missed later, the outcome of the fight favors the blue team, killing Mundo, Victor and Aphelios. Having the numbers advantage in this minute of the game is an instant Baron call, and that's where our protagonist is headed. Cassio starts it, Ezreal follows, and a few seconds later the blue team secures a 2-man Baron, while Mordekaiser and Lee Sin were applying pressure in the top and mid lane, making sure that nobody could contest the Baron without losing inhibs. The dragon is about to spawn soon, and with this being the 4th one and granting the soul, Cassio chooses to teleport in and rush it as it spawns. The team was fighting, but the right call here is definitely doing the Drake first, securing the soul and then grouping for the siege. Comeback is playing around objectives, which is how the game should be played. Not giving into peer pressure is a skill that you'll have to master if you want to climb. Be like Comeback, get the kills when you can, but prioritize objectives over kills. Time to group and siege those inhibitors. Mordekaiser is applying pressure in bot lane while Ezreal and Cassio are pushing mid. Lee Sin and Yumi are on their way, but they will be hovering the jungle in between those two lanes, reacting to wherever the fight happens first. This is called shadowing, and usually the jungler will do this when his presence will be required, but he does not know exactly where. Yumi is just an added bonus. She could have been on any of the other players and it would have still worked out. Braum steps up too far and Cassio sees the opportunity and she goes in. She forces the fight, so Lee Sin will be rotating towards mid. A very nice Zanya usage denies Victor's Chaos Storm damage, while the poison finishes off Braum. Lee Sin chases the low HP Kha'Zix and gets another kill. Taking advantage of the item lead and superior numbers, the blue team keeps pushing and gets both the mid and bot inhibitors. At this point, the red team only has one option left, making a last stand under the Nexus towers. They are still 3 versus 5 and extremely far behind, so it's a very long shot, but it's the only shot they have. Aphelios stepped up too far trying to clear the wave and got caught, so the game is now over. Well played!